Welcome to Real Women's Devotional. This is another video entry, and today I'm going to talk about loss and the ability to survive it. Now, saying that, I simply mean moving through it. There are some people that literally don't survive their grief. Many people choose to leave. Whether it's suicide or just simply checking out. I've chosen not to do that. My son would not have wanted me to do that, or his father or his siblings. He wouldn't have wanted that for any of his friends either. And I'm happy to report that everybody has made it. We honored him the other day on his 1-year angelversary, and it was beautiful. We gathered at his Little League field, and I say his Little League field because it was dedicated for him. We put out some organ donation information for people, and we tried to light candles, but the wind wouldn't cooperate, and we told stories. Having our family and our tribe around has really gotten us through. I've met so many extraordinary moms, a few dads, but mostly moms who have gone down this road, as I've said before. And without them, it would have been harder. And some of them don't have the support that our family has had. It is heartbreaking when people don't have that. So how to survive grief and loss? People. Surrounding yourself with people, letting people in, letting people help you. There was a funny moment. We were still in the hospital. Alex hadn't left us yet. And our very sweet friend had gathered a group of people around our home while we were gone to do some things. And he thinks he's very funny. And he sent my husband a text and he said, it took 30 years for me to finally touch or something Sandy's underwear. I lost my mind. In the hospital, losing my son, and I'm screaming, "No, stop it, put those down. What are you doing?" He was folding laundry and he thought he'd be cute. And I'm like, get away from my underwear. It's not funny. But even in that hard, horrible moment, he was able to make me laugh. And even though it felt wrong to laugh, it was a knee-jerk reaction. And it was important because life goes on. The other thing is, of course, God. Now, please understand, and I've said it before, I have questions. My husband definitely has some questions. And there's a lot of people I know that when they lose their child specifically, they lose their faith. Why would God do that? Why would he take my baby? Why would he take my son away from me? And I've talked about this in other videos about how I don't think he was taken. I think he was saved, possibly from worse things. I think his lessons were done. He taught us what we needed to know. So even though God did not give me or my husband the miracle that we prayed for, or that others prayed for, I still have to trust that he's in charge of everything. But he still gives us free will. And if he sees that my free will is going to lead me down this path that's going to end in just absolute horrible things and not a life meant for him, and he decides to take me early because of that, to save me from that, to save my loved ones from that, I have to trust that that's the right thing and that's what he'll do. Of course, I don't know why Alex isn't with me anymore. And everybody can speculate. We haven't a clue. And we won't know until it's our time. Unless you are an atheist, which I find it hard to believe you'd be on my page if you were. If you're an atheist, then you think that we're just finito. And okay, we'll still find out, right? You're going to take your last breath and you're either going to have something or you're not. So The other things that help you survive, books. Even if you're not a reader, my husband is not a reader. I don't think he's read a book ever in his life, but I read things to him. And one of the things that, or not things, one of the books that has been, well, there's two books that have been a saving grace to us. One, I love it. Oh, I gotta get back. Sorry. Whee! Come here. It's attractive. This is a book that I have shared with others and that I have used, and that's why I was back there, because I use it all the time. Yeah, F Death. And what I love is one of the very first things. Oh wait, is it in the other thing? This is actually the book part, like where you read. But oh no, I love this. So the introduction, it literally says, to begin, let's just say we are all thinking right now. And it's the whole word, and I'll behave myself. F this. And I highlighted it. I highlight a lot of, so I am not a big fan of, like, it took me a long time just to write in my Bible. But then my grandmother had done it with, she used a red, like, colored pencil. And I remembered that Grandma did it. So I guess when it comes to religious things and Christianity, I kind of look to my grandmother as my bar of what I'm allowed to do, even though she was way more strict than I am. But anyway, it also has a workbook. That's one book that I love. I can't jump up. I don't have it with me. The other one is a Sarah Ryan book, R-I-A-N, and she is amazing. She actually wrote it because she had lost, I believe, her mother. But this book is called Find Me There, and it's poems for the most part, but not like Shakespearean, boring, rhymey poems. They're great. And again, I don't like to write in books, but I am writing in these books. These and hers. So I write, like, when it hits me, I open up to a random page every day. And I read it, and if it resonates with me, I write in it. So this passage I picked up was, it isn't because we shared blood. I ache and search for you because the universe forged our two souls from the same star in the sky, and I won't feel whole until I find you again. And I just wrote my baby and Team Alex on that one. And then there was another one that I had actually posted in my Grief Sisters group. Now, I've had a couple people ask me if they could join my grief group. I want to be very clear. I'm not trying to be mean or exclusive, but it is for mothers only of children, I don't know how to say this, who began a life. So stillborn and miscarriage, it just doesn't, I don't think it's a good fit for you, because it's not this, it's not that it's not the same kind of pain, but it's a little different experience. And I just don't feel like we would meet those needs. And so it is just for moms who have lost a living child. And I don't care. I have a mom in there whose child was in his 30s. And then we have some, they were barely one. So it's like, it's all over the, but I just want everybody to understand that that is what the Grief Sisters group is. I actually had someone join on accident because she thought it was women who had lost their sisters. And it's like, no, parents. So, I mean, I've only had to turn away a couple people, but I just thought maybe I'd explain that a little bit better. But this one. So since the beginning of this journey, I even hate calling it a journey, but there's no other, lots of words for it, but you know what I mean. People have told me that they think that I am the strongest person they know. I've never felt strong, because this is why I don't feel strong. I don't feel strong because I feel like I'm in a bajillion pieces, and it's hard to feel strong when you feel so broken, especially when you don't know how to not be broken. And when you've lost your kid, even hoping to be whole again doesn't feel right. Because you can't feel whole without them. But again, Sarah Ryan is amazing, and she used these words, and it helped me so much. So this is like someone, I'll just say my girlfriend Kelsey talking to me. When I call you strong, it has nothing to do with holding back tears or smiling while dying inside. I mean, you are strong for holding their memory and all of the love you shared in those tired arms and broken heart, carrying it with you day in and day out, making sure the world doesn't move on without them. I call you strong because while every bit of you is drowning in their death, you are holding their life above water. I just wrote, wow, I never thought about it like that. And I didn't. I've never thought about being strong in that manner before. And it, I hope, will help me not be flippant when people say that to me going forward. So I don't want this to be too long. It's already 11 minutes. Sorry, 11 and a half. But just the way to make it through is to lean on tools. Therapy is huge. I did it right afterwards, and it just helps to talk to someone who's not emotionally involved. We got our son into it. My daughters have done it. So it's important. So your tribe, books, therapy, and then getting away and doing things. We took a trip with him, physically with him. We took his ashes with us. Just all of that. And then just memories. Just involve yourself and engross yourself in memories. It's okay. Everybody who has lost anybody will tell you it's okay to not be okay. It gets to the point, it's kind of like that, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss thing. It becomes kind of a robotic, oh, okay. Yeah, people say that to you, and no, I'm not okay because I'm effing sad and I hate my life right now. But it really is okay to hunker down and stay in your bed for a while. Just don't live there. Don't live there. If you are a grieving parent, specifically a mother, please send me a message. If you just want to talk, maybe you don't want to join our group. Maybe that's too much for you and you just want to talk to somebody, talk to me. I'll talk to you. I hate talking on the phone, but I will text. And just thank you for being there for us and for telling us Alex's stories. I'm going to tell his friends. So I've always said, don't tell me the stories Mom doesn't want to know. I heard another mom say, she used her son's name and then she said unfiltered. And those are what she calls those stories. I'm using that from now on. So it's going to become Alex Unfiltered when I hear those stories or see the photos that I really don't enjoy seeing, except for this part of him. So, all right. Until I decide to embarrass myself again by doing a video, I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend. Oregon weather. It was beautiful earlier and then it decided to rain because we live in Oregon and that's what it does. That's why we all dress in layers all the time. And it's also why I usually don't see an Oregonian with an umbrella because we'd be packing around an umbrella all the time and not need to use it. And then the one time we'd put it down, it'd pour. So why use it at all? So have a wonderful weekend, and I hope everybody just sees beauty wherever they look.